Well, hi, and welcome to the lane66.com plugin for WordPress. This time we are going to show you a little bit about how to upload your own CSV data feed. We are already in the CSV screen, as you can see. We are going to first select a file and upload a file from our computer. In this case, we'll just take a random file. It's about 2 megabytes in size. So it's uploaded right now, and as you can see in the blue line right here, the plugin is going to show you the first line of the data feed. Now, any typical data feed will have column headers on the first line, and that's what it's showing you right here. So we've got columns in the data feed with names like name, currency, price, description. These columns or these fields are separated by a delimiter. In this case, the default delimiter was chosen as a pipe symbol, as you can see here, and it just so happens that our feed is separated by a pipe too. Now, in case it was separated by a semicolon or a tab, you could select those here and hit change delimiter. In our case, we do not have to do that because we just happen to have the right delimiter already. Now, what the plugin is going to try and do is take your column headers and match those with the fields in our database. So as we scroll down a little bit, you can already see right here that it took some column headers and it found matches for those. So the plugin will see that there's a column called, for instance, product URL, and it knows that that's a link to the article. There's an image URL, it knows that that's a link to the image. Now, if we want to see what those fields actually represent, we can do a preview by pressing on the process feed. Now, do notice that we're not ticking the red box yet, we're only previewing right here. So as you can see, by default, the plugin has matched quite a few columns to our database fields. Now, in case we do want to do something different, like for instance field 8, it's an additional field. It's not matched to anything because the plugin doesn't know what to do with it. Now, if we wanted to, we could match that with our custom 1 field in the database. What we can also do is do a manual override. Now, you see that there's no information here for category 2 and 3, so if we wanted to, we could name all the products that are loaded from this data feed and put those in a category called, well, my name is Pete, so we'll just use Pete. Now, if we do a preview on that, you will see that in the category here, the second category is always going to be called Pete. Now, in order to parse this feed and push it into our database, we have 2 mandatory fields. We need to give it a network name. In this case, it's a trade tracker feed, so we'll give it trade tracker, and we can give it a feed name. This just happens to be a Dutch feed about carnival costumes, so we'll call it Carnival. We'll process it one more time as a preview. Notice we're not taking the red box yet. So we'll do a last check, and if we like what we see, we are going to tick the red box, and this time when I hit process, we're going to go for real, and it's going to push all those products into the database. Now, this is going to take a little bit depending on the size of your data feed. In this case, we are done. You can see that by the bright yellow screen here, and as we scroll down, it's going to give you a preview of the first 2 or 3 products that have been pushed into the database. And if you scroll down all the way, you can see that we pushed 3,790 products into our warehouse right now, and we can use those products to build sales pages, or we can instantly convert them to WordPress posts. But more on that in a different tutorial. Thanks, and hope to see you again soon.